All right, this video falls into the category of Jay's experiments. I've done about 3 or 4 of these videos where I go out and gather data in the form of screenshots to determine what are Uber and Lyft doing to us, the drivers. So have you ever noticed that you've got, for example, what you're seeing here, a streak bonus, and you do the first 2 rides, and then the third ride just seems like it's a lousy ride in terms of per hour revenue. And you think to yourself, I think to myself, is the algorithm figuring that the chances of me taking this ride are about 100% because I know I'm going to make $15 on this ride, so they can put the earnings low? And I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Or Uber has their boost, right, where you can make an extra $2 on the trip. Well, it didn't seem like these were the great rides. And I wondered, do they figure they're going to give $2 in boost, but they're going to take away $2 from the price of the ride so that they end up paying us the same? Which, let's face it, Uber and Lyft have some predatory practices when it comes to us, the drivers, in the form of these upfront payouts, which we don't have any idea what they're using to calculate the figures that they're offering us. So what I did is I went and I did 10 rides for Uber and 10 rides with Lyft, normal. And then I did 10 rides with each company where the bonuses were offered. And I wanted to see, was the earnings per hour with the bonuses taken out the same as with or without the bonuses? And it was pretty interesting what I found out. Again, this is not a purely scientific experiment, and this is only 10 rides, but the results were actually quite surprising. So what I'm going to do here is share that with you. Stick around to the end. I'll tell you which company paid more and which company paid less. So all that and more coming up. Hey everybody, it's Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy, drinking a little Nespresso. It's 9:15 in the morning. The sun is shining, and this was an interesting experiment. So the hypothesis is that Uber and Lyft pay us less per hour when they're giving us bonuses, right? So if they're offering an extra $2 to $5 a ride, whether it's Uber or Lyft, that they're bringing the price of the ride down so that net, we might be getting a little bit more, but not the full regular rate plus the bonus. So let's see what we can discover together here at the RideShare Guy, where we're looking out for you. Number 1, Uber, raw data. So what you're seeing here is the 10 rides that all had the boost. Okay, so you can see they all had various levels of boost. And I got 10 like this, and then I also got 10 just regular rides to do a comparison. Number 2, Uber, the analysis. So let's see what we found. So we got the spreadsheet here, and what you see is Uber without the bonus in the middle there, and then Uber with the bonus. And what do we see? Exactly what I thought, that the earnings per hour with the bonus was less, right? Less by $3 per hour. So not a huge difference, but I felt a little justified that, yeah, there's some hanky-panky going on here. And we wouldn't know the difference unless you do something like this, right? They're not sharing how their algorithm works, but I guarantee you it works different when there's a bonus versus when there's not, that they're taking into account the bonus, and that impacts the earnings per hour that we're getting charged. So this shows that Uber is charging a little bit less in this very non-scientific experiment. Number 3, Lyft, raw data. So here you see the 10 Lyft rides I took, which either had the streak bonus. So like, for example, you can see the second one on the top to the left there. It says ride number 2 of 3. So that means I would be getting an extra $5 on each of those 3 rides because they pay $15 for 3 rides in a row. And then you've got some that just have bonuses. And let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's about half and half. Yeah, it's about half and half. Bonuses from streak and just surge. All right. So number 4, let's look at the analysis here. Well, this was surprising. So what you're seeing here is the regular Lyft there in the middle and Lyft with the bonus. And in terms of earnings per hour, Lyft with the bonus, but the bonuses have been subtracted, actually paid more than Lyft without the bonus. So I don't even have an explanation for this other than I got really lucky on these rides. And that is what could happen, right? They're going to give you a ride, and sometimes the rides are going to be just, you're going to be very close to the pickup. So I still find that the closer I can get to the pickup, in general, the earnings per hour is going to be higher. So that might have played into it. But this blows my hypothesis completely. Number 5, summary of results. So Uber is paying a little bit less and Lyft is paying a little bit more. This is not a scientific experiment. It could be if I do this again, and I will, 10 with Uber and 10 with Lyft, the numbers could switch. I guess I am happy that at least they're close. There's not a dramatic difference either way. And that's comforting to me because I do like these bonuses. I like the game of it. How many rides can I get done in an hour? How many streaks can I get done, in the hour's time? And at least now I know there's not any big, huge swings. And, it seems like a random distribution. And we are getting a pretty, decent shake. Nothing terrible is happening. We're not getting penalized all that much for the bonuses. Key takeaways here. Hey, sometimes it feels good to be wrong. If Lyft is paying more on the bonuses because maybe they want to incent us to go for the bonuses because we're working in an area where they want us to work, that's great, and that actually makes some sense. And Uber, frankly, it's not surprising because Uber seems to be better at the business side of the business, and of course they're paying us a little bit less when there's a bonus involved. And Uber is closer to profitability than Lyft, and maybe that's why. They just got their ducks in a row, and they're working every single angle possible. So this is just some of the things we can kind of glean out of the numbers that I gathered for this experiment. I hope you enjoy the experiment. I invite you to go ahead and kind of check out your own numbers, and if you know any of your numbers, share them because it's really curious because we're all paid differently, and it's all based on our tendencies. Sergio said he heard that there's 70 different factors that go into calculating how much we get paid up front. So we don't know. Uber and Lyft aren't sharing the information, and they're certainly not sharing it with us. So all we can do is these kinds of little tests and look at our own numbers and determine what's the best route, what's the best strategy for ourselves, for each one of us. All right. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, subscribe. We'd love to have you be a part of the team where we teach you how to make more money in less time. You go out and have a great day. Thanks for watching. This is Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy. Go tell somebody you love them and go be safe out there on the road. Bye for now.